Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing my top 20 plus movies, TV shows on Hulu. I was inspired by the YouTuber Lauren Marie. I can add her in the description. She did like a series about her favorite shows on like Netflix, Hulu. I don't know if she also did Prime, but I was thinking about doing the same thing because I love that idea. I love sharing movie recommendations or just finding new things to watch because sometimes I just go back to the same things over and over again, and I love hearing from other people. So if you guys have a favorite, let me know in the comments. If you want to keep up with me every day, you can follow all my socials, link down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, press that bell icon to be notified every time I post, and let's get started. So if you see me looking down at my laptop, I made a list because there's so many off the top of my head, so this just makes it a little easier. I have them in like 4 sections, so it's kind of easier to follow along. I have Hulu originals, movies, TV shows, and then what I want to watch next. So the first Hulu original is The Act. It's based off a true crime, the Gypsy Blanchard case. Basically, it's about a girl who is trying to escape from her toxic relationship with her mother, who actually was lying to her whole life about being sick and her age just to get like free things. My second favorite Hulu original is Pam and Tommy. It also is a crime and drama. It follows along the Pamela Anderson story, where she started from and how the fame came about. Her relationship between her and Tommy Lee, her ex. I loved it. I know it has like mixed reviews. It was very intriguing. I was quick to go to the next episode, and honestly, I've recommended it to a lot of people. Now moving on to my favorite Hulu movies. Starting off with the movie Selena. This made me fall in love with Selena and actually discover her music. I watched this movie in Spanish class in high school. Loved it so much. I think I was like the only person really trying to pay attention because of how much I loved it. It followed along her fame and her story leading to her, sadly, her death. Next is Beetlejuice. I feel like that's a cult classic. Everybody I feel like knows who Beetlejuice is or what Beetlejuice is. The original movie is so good. I look forward to watching it every Halloween, but Hulu has it all year round, so you can watch it anytime you want. Follows along a couple who sadly dies and is haunting the next owners of their home. It's very good. It's like a music comedy, and I'm actually going to be going to see the musical itself in June. A Walk to Remember is a movie about 2 teenagers that end up meeting and changing each other's lives for the better. The first movie I ever cried to was actually A Walk to Remember. Me and my mom love it. It's so good. It always pulls you in. Definitely a classic. Next is Shrek. Any of the Shrek movies are amazing. Personally, I love the second the most, which I think only the first and second are on Hulu. Some people love it, some people hate it. Definitely is something from my childhood that I still love to this day, and I hope Hulu does not take it off because I like watching it before bed or on just a random day when I'm bored. Shrek is basically making fun of all the fairy tale loving stories and bringing it to a comedy. So I love a good comedy, and this movie definitely makes me laugh every single time I watch it. NannyMcPhee is a movie about a nanny that comes and helps these misbehaved children after their mother has passed. As the story goes along, she changes this family for the better. By the end, they have an amazing relationship. I love the movie. It's like a playoff of Mary Poppins, but obviously no music. A classic Adam Sandler movie, Big Daddy, is on Hulu, and I love it so much. It stars the Sprouse twins and obviously Adam Sandler. A man-child ends up adopting his son, trying to prove that he is very much an adult. So this movie is the best like uplifting movie ever. It's funny, it's heartwarming. Definitely one of my favorite Adam Sandler movies. The Interview stars James Franco and Seth Rogen. They are talk show hosts, and they score an interview with North Korea dictator Kim Jong-un, but because of this, they are recruited by the CIA. This is a really funny comedy, and I always forget I love this movie, but it was on my saved movies, and I was like, wait, I haven't seen this in so long, and now I gotta rewatch it after I film this video. And lastly, for movies, movies. It is definitely one of the movies that scared me when I was younger, but now I like it more as an adult. A group of kids basically are chasing around this shape-shifting clown that goes around and is murdering people. It's so good. I love it. I like the remake they made in 2017. Actually better than the original, personally. Actually, I feel like the newer one's a little bit more scary, so it's more entertaining. Now moving on to my favorite TV shows. Starting with New Girl. This is about a girl who moves in with 3 guy roommates and basically follows them along. You see romance, you see a lot of comedy, and it stars Zooey Deschanel, which anything that she's in, I personally love. I just made my boyfriend watch New Girl and he binge watched it. He loved it so much and definitely a classic. Next is How I Met Your Mother, another classic TV show that I love. This is following along this guy named Ted, and his best friend is about to propose to his girlfriend, and he realizes that he needs to find love, and the whole show is basically leading up to him meeting his wife, or soon-to-be wife. Throughout the whole show, he is actually talking to his children how he met their mother. Definitely an easy show to just like pick up and start in the middle. Hulu actually has a remake of How I Met Your Mother. They did a spin-off version and made it How I Met Your Father. I haven't gone around to watch it yet, but I'm not sure how I feel, if I want to watch it or not. It's got like mixed reviews. Bob's Burger is definitely a staple in my house. We all look forward to watching it every Sunday on TV, or I just will wait until they add it on Hulu for me to watch when I'm making breakfast or at the gym. The story follows along a husband and wife and their 3 children while owning a burger shop. It's very funny. It's a comedy. You either hate it or love it, and in this family, we love it. If you don't know what The Simpsons is, at this point, you must be living under a rock. It is one of the longest running TV shows. I think 34 seasons right now. It is insane how long the show has been going on. And it's never boring. Every episode is so good. Again, this is following a family, a husband and wife, and their 3 children. The very beginning of COVID, I dedicated my time to watching almost every single episode, in which I succeeded. It took like quite a few months to get through all the seasons. Futurama follows a guy named Fry who was delivering pizza on New Year's and ends up falling into a freezer and the frosting, I think, in the year 3000. I feel like it's like the same as The Simpsons and Bob's Burger, where it's like a very easy show that you could just pick up and watch. It's very lighthearted. It talks about there being aliens and going to different planets like in 15 minutes. And he ends up working for his like great-great-grandson or something, but he's actually an old man. Very funny. I was so sad when the show got canceled, but I think I didn't start until after the show got canceled. Modern Family is a family comedy following a grandparent, their 2 kids, and then their families. It's very funny. I love how it just goes back and forth. All the families follow everyone's drama around. I like it because I can feel like we could relate to it as my family. There's a lot of like life lessons, but also comedy, lighthearted. Arrested Development is sort of the same as Modern Family. Another dysfunctional family that follows like the grandparents, their kids, and then their kids' families. It kind of is like The Office, if you've seen it, where it's like it follows them along and the cameras are like basically running with them. It's very good, a very easy show. Some people don't like it because it feels kind of like dry, but I kind of like that kind of comedy where it's like not really fast paced, it's very slow. Sister Sister follows T and Tamara. They were twins that were both adopted by 2 different parents and then found each other a little later in life. They ended up moving into one house all together with parents that weren't together, both single. It's very funny, comedy sitcom, and this was definitely a classic from my childhood that I still rewatch to this day. It's so good. And the fashion in the show was top tier. Like, the girls always had amazing outfits. Frasier was actually recommended from my mom. She loved watching this, and I started and loved it. This is another sitcom comedy. It follows along Frasier, who is a radio host, and he lives with his father, and he has has like an uptight, fancy brother who comes along. They have a live-in nanny with them, and it's very funny. Definitely like a 90s classic. And last for TV shows is Jersey Shore. I sort of remember watching it when I was little. It came out in 2009, so I was 9 years old. I would pick up episodes and be a little confused, like who's fighting who. It was a little confusing if you didn't watch it from the beginning. So every time I would flip the channel, I was a little confused. I sat down and rewatched the show, and I'm now completely obsessed. I'm even watching the newer show, Family Reunion, where they all are more present. They all have families, but they still get together and go on vacations. This is a reality teen TV show. It follows along these, I think it was 7 or 8 strangers. They put them into this house in Jersey for the summer, and it shows the relationships, people hooking up with each other, fights, going out to the clubs, all this stuff. Definitely loved it. Loved the fashion back then, and it definitely brings me back to my childhood in a way, even though I didn't really watch it growing up. My last category is what I want to watch next on Hulu, starting with Pretty Baby. This is the Brooke Shields documentary. My dad recommended me watching this, so this is on my list. It talks about her, I think her childhood or her upbringing and what it was like to be a child actor. My dad said it was very good, and I think she helped produce this, so this is definitely like from her point of view, not like made up or exaggerated in any way. Next is Abbott Elementary. I have seen so many people talk about this show and how good it is. I feel like it's wrong for me not to watch it because it's based on Philly, where I'm from, and how the public schools are here, being an inner city. When I was actually at the Thanksgiving Day parade, the stars of the show were in the parade, and I'm like, I should probably look into watching this show. And I only have 2 seasons, so I'm not that far behind. Not Dead Yet is a comedy about I think a newspaper writer, and she does the obituary column, and all of a sudden she can see the ghost of the people that she's writing the columns about, and I think she's like helping them give their last like thoughts to their loved ones that are still on earth. I think it's something like that where she sees the ghost. Definitely looks really good. I love the actor who stars in it, Gina Rodriguez. She was in Jane the Virgin, so definitely want to watch the show because she's in it. And last, Handmaid Tale. My sister recommended it to me a couple years ago. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. This is a Hulu original. It follows a woman forced into a sexual servitude, struggles to survive in a terrifying toleration society. I've seen like some clips online, but it seems like a show that I need to like sit down and like pay attention to and really get involved. So I think I might put this for my summer, like when I have a little bit more free time. So that is it for my Hulu recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed. I definitely want to do like Netflix and Prime because I've been watching a lot of Prime, especially recently, and they have a lot of good like Prime like originals that I've been really loving. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if there is a Hulu favorite that I did not mention today. If you want to keep with me every day, you can follow all my socials, link down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press that bell icon to be notified every time I post, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!